You ever wonder why some AI content just is slop and why other AI content almost makes you forget that it is AI? Well, that's because there's a creative director behind it, for one, someone who cares and wants to develop a real final product and not just prompt and put out. But there is rules, guidelines, and basically a world you create around this artist. So that way they have an identity, branding, pictures, lifestyle, what they stand for, what they sound like. All that is what builds into a good AI artist. If you think about anime and just cartoons in general, they're digital made up worlds and characters, but it's the depth and world you build around this character and the identity you give them is what helps people relate to that character. They know it's not real, it's a made up story, but they really like that character. That's what we're doing with these AI artists. We're building a character people can relate to, a message people can relate to, music they can relate to. It's an entertainment project, right? You are the creative director. AI is the tool. It's going to help you build the music, the visual images. It's going to help you build a story. It's going to help you do all these things. And with me, my background is music. So I'm a little more hands on with the music side versus the visual side. I give more visual creation to AI, where the music, I'm more hands on and clear with the lyrics, the instrumentation, the sound, all that stuff, because that's what's fun for me and that's what I want to work on. But the whole package is the entertainment piece. I'm more hands on here. It's just like any other business. If you own a business, there's an area you're more hands on and you hire people to do the rest. But now, AI is giving you the power to be the creative director, the owner. Do what you want to do and have it start to help you with the rest. And then you are the final touch that puts it out. So if you want to do that and you want to build a more unique character for your AI artist, or you're just getting into it, what is this? How are you going to do it? Link down below is going to help you get started, brainstorm, and get the right piece. And that is where our base document comes from. And that is the Artist Bible. This is the full identity. And the PDF and GPT I give you for free down below helps you brainstorm through all this and ask questions to make sure you're covering everything. And then it'll spit out this document when you're all done and it has no more questions. You can get this file to download, and this is what AI will reference when you're in future conversations. So it knows what Knox Creed stands for, knows the branding, what he stands for, the music, the project, all that stuff. Then once you have this, then you can start to build the character, and then you build a character sheet like this. Now this one's not fully correct. I'll point it out. See if you can notice. But basically you want a front, full body, back. Then you want the faces rotated. The one that's broken or not right is this. His tattoo is missing right here. Has the little loop out, you could see, but doesn't have the key. So I can block this out or tell it to regenerate this picture and then paste it on and correct it myself. Because if you try to regenerate this whole thing again and again, his face is going to change. Everything's going to change. So you want to keep it without changing it. If you have a good style, keep it. Do minimal fixes. Once you have that main card, then you're going to go into something a little deeper that explains everything. So his necklace, key things of him and his clothes, and then the little pieces of accessories, his boots, his tattoos, which again, correct, wrong, wrong. But all the design notes, his skin, the colors, textures, all that stuff. So now, even though AI is going to change a little bit, Knox is not going to be 100% correct every time. That is the downside of it when you're leaving it up to AI. It's not perfect right now, so there will be drift. But the better you could stop that drift with all these design notes, the better, more consistent artist you're going to have. Then I go into some artist images and start to just build Knox in his world. What is he doing? What does he look like? What's he ride? A motorcycle? Does he have a car? What does the world look like that he lives in? You start to build this world where people are like, yeah, I relate to Knox. I like street bikes. I like leather jackets. I like beards. I like the gritty, the dirt, what he stands for, you know? He stands up for what he believes in. He's true to his word. He doesn't care about selling out and all this stuff. He's him. And then you start to get some branding, some color schemes, some logos, all that stuff. Again, some of this is not perfect, but we have that consistency. We know if you see this, I'm gonna give you some Knox vibes, right? Let's go into Ada Graves. This is another one I did. Same thing. I have the reference, and I have this one's a little more in depth because I wanted her stories more planned out, is what I'm trying to say. I have a flow through her life that she's gonna go through with each album. So I made outfits for each album, so that way all the work and everything around that is similar clothing. And then as her story unfolds through the music, she is gonna start to evolve and become more and more of that rocker chick in the end. And you can see through these pictures, she's very proper, I guess is the right word. Just well put together, clothed all the way up, has some fashion, you know, taking care of her looks. And then I was like, well, no, I need a full body. So I regenerated it. Here's her full body. She's that era, fully dressed. And then as she gets further through the albums, she's starting to embrace this musical rocker side and coming out as being what she wants to be, not what the family wants to be, and all that stuff. And I'm not gonna give you the full lore, but it's there. And the outfits go with that. She starts to have these like low front skirts, but still, you know, hiding the back, still a little classy. And it's a little more edgy each time until she reaches her final form. She's rocker chick. This is album 4 by now. She's already made 40-ish songs. The story's progressed. She's reached her final form, and that's where my story leads off right now. Who knows? Maybe she stays like this and just rides out her fame. But the story's developed to basically her past to where she is today, and that keeps people coming back. Because a new album is not just new music, it's the new Ada. You got a little sneak peek here. It might change on the final release, but there's more to it. The storyline, the songs, the lyrics unlock more of the storyline and explaining her story. And it all resembles her progression of her confidence, her dressing, her showwoman, and all that stuff. So you're probably looking at this like, I didn't know this much thought went into some of these AI artists, and it does. If you wanted to build an entertainment package, you got to think of all these details. That's why, again, link down below, give you that PDF as well as that free GPT so you could brainstorm and talk back and forth, kind of have a checkpoint or a checklist guideline of helping you with this character development, artist development, and get you pointed in the right direction. Again, at the end of the day, you are the creative director, so you gotta make the choices. You gotta create the world. You can't leave it all up to AI because it's gonna drift. It's gonna start making things up and referencing wrong things the more you use it on the same story. So if I see it start to drift, I'm like, Artist Bible, YouTube music lyrics. If I need her to reference a story, because a story is through the lyrics. So if I have a whole page of all the lyrics, it can read the lyrics and be like, this is 1, how the lyrics are. 2, this is the storyline so far. And then you start to build album sheets. Like, okay, this is the theme. This is what we're doing. This is the storyline. This is the type of music we're going to make for this album. Because her music is going from like opera, rock, cinematic, Victorian type haunted stuff, and it's going to keep progressing into that gothic rock type stuff. So every album, I need a new identity for that album because this is the new chapter, and this is what we're doing this chapter. And then we keep doing that out. So the more you can document, the more you can put guidelines and rules and actually explain what you're doing with this project, the better AI is going to help you, and the better your project is going to be more enjoyable from the viewer, because they're going to relate to your character. They're going to understand the story. They're going to relate to the story. They're going to like the story, the visuals, the animations, whatever you end up doing. Put some effort in. If AI is writing the music, you better put in good thought of the lyrics, what sounds, instruments, what vibe of the music you want, what's the purpose of the song, and try your best to build a cohesive package at the end of the day. There's people just spitting out 20 songs a week, and they're just 20 random songs. But this way, you have a brand, something you could actually curate, build, and who knows what the future is when you do this all right. So this helped you out. Give me a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button. If you got any questions, comment down below. Get the free resources. We're about halfway done with this series. We're going to keep on going, so I'll see you in the next one. Peace.